Good evening, friends and fellow great YouTube people out there in the world. I hope you all are doing fantastic. I want you to raise your hand up in there like this and say, I am glad Thanksgiving is over. Say it. Say it with me. Be proud. Be strong. Be independent. It's crazy. Man, let me tell you. All right. So today's Cyber Monday. I hope you guys just bought everything you wanted to buy in the world because, to be realistic, we all need your money. I don't have anything to sell, but, come on. I do own stock in certain companies, so please go out there and go shopping. Buy, 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 buy. Spend all your money. No, 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 no. It's okay to spend your money as long as you're not in debt. But we're going to give it a little bit of time before we get too serious about anything. We're going to hear from all of you wonderful people tonight, find out what's going on in y'all's world, and have a great time. If you're catching this on the replay, I appreciate you being here and doing just those things. I got a couple things I'm going to be trying to figure out while we do some of this. Apparently, my life is never over. It's never easy being me. It's never easy being cheesy. You know what I mean? But we thank you all for being here. We went out in the cold, bitter, bitter, bitter winter for you guys as entertainment last night. We did a little bit of that. I see we got 4 people watching. Thank y'all for that. I know it's still early. I need to... My wife's trying to buy me something for Christmas, and I don't want her to buy me something for Christmas. So here's a little holiday Christmas tip as I ramble on here this evening, where you are. If you're like me and really don't like spending a lot of money on Christmas, and yes, you can say I'm cheap, I don't know. I just not really big on spending a lot of money on Christmas. Just kind of never been my thing. Not my thing now. We got 5 people watching, 2 thumbs up. Thank you. Let me know who's all here in the chat. Give us a drop. Say hello to me and hello to everybody as they come in. We appreciate that. 7 people watching, 3 thumbs up. Thank y'all for coming in. It's exciting to have you. I want to know who's all here. I want to hear from all you wonderful, brilliant, good-looking people, and even some of you not so good-looking, brilliant people would be great to have. Just kidding. Hello, the DA. Just kidding. Hello. Okay. Hello to you. I am from the United States. You're from Ukraine. Well, welcome in from Ukraine. Thank you for being here. I hope you're doing well. Kids say hello. Everybody say hello to each other. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hello to UK in the house from Clock Wombler 44. Nice. Good to have you here. Thank you for being here. Verso, hello, hello, everybody give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm good looking and brilliant. That's what we like to hear. We love to have it. Somebody with an extremely long name that doesn't make any sense says obesity. Yes, obesity is a problem. And if you're one of the billions of people afflicted with it, I wish you well, my friend. Gary Harris, I'm from America. Me too. We're here in the central part of the United States. I haven't heard that one before. A wobbler about your face. That's funny. I'm from Brazil. We got a lot of people that's from Brazil that comes and visits us. Thank you for being here. Big John Tarzan. Hi, I'm from my mommy's belly. Well, that's a good place to be from, Tarzan. Well, I like your hat, dude. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a 2-inch stingy brim. That's what it is. Not a 2.5, but a 2-inch. I like hats. If anybody has any hats you want to send me, feel free to do it. Just don't send me any baseball caps. Thank you all for subscribing to the channel. A lot of new people in here so far. Let's see. Like the hat. Good look. I'm good looking, brilliant. And I am leaving. Adios. All right. Well, have fun. Enjoy your day. Prez, message deleted there. Season, Nano. Our good friend Jason Tell Outdoors. Hello, everybody. Well, Jason Tell, we're having fun there for a couple of minutes. We got a bunch of people in here from all over the world, but I don't think they like staying here because I'm not a good-looking girl. I feel offended. You know, a lot of the ones that come in from all over the world that their English is not bueno. You know, they see an old American and they go, man, there's no boobies there to see or any boobies worth seeing, so they got to run down the road. But we appreciate everybody coming in. Me and my 2 dogs are here tonight, all alone in this house. I sent my wife back to the salt mines to work. Tarzan says, I just got home from the sauna. See, Wobbler, if you use bad words, YouTube's just going to hide you, man. I mean, it doesn't do you any good to do that. Chase, it looks like Joe is in the background somewhere. Joe, thank you for being here. But using those bad type of words, it's not going to get you anywhere. So all it does is kind of make you look stupid because you're not smart enough to realize that YouTube or one of the moderators is going to not allow it. You know what I mean? So all it does, my friend, is make you look stupid. But maybe you are stupid. I don't know. Maybe it's not the words that make you look stupid. It's the fact that you try to use the words that are stupid. I don't know, man. But I feel for you. You're not a big enough bitch, you say. Yeah, the other day I was shocked how many of these live streams like this are so full of people when they're hating and bitching and cussing and yelling and screaming. And they're calling people names and they're saying, oh man, I was shocked. I mean, I don't have sensitive ears, but I was on some of those live streams where, man, those girls were bitching up a storm. I'm thinking, holy shit, they could put a sailor to shame. What do they say? They could make a sailor blush. That's it. Yes, Daisy. My dog Daisy came and sat next to me, so. But raise your hand if you're tired of Thanksgiving. Are you done? Are you good? Did you waste any money on Black Friday? Did you waste any money on Cyber Monday? I did buy something today, but I did not know it was Cyber Monday, and it really wasn't related to Cyber Monday. I'd been planning on buying it for quite a while as a gift for a friend, and it just so happened the price dropped another $20, so I bought it. They're acting out. Biden lost. I know. They're a bunch of crybabies. That's one thing, and we're not going to get into politics really, but I will say, man, we got a lot of bitchers and whiners. And I love the videos where these people are saying, well, there's some weird person that nobody even knows, and they're all mad, and they're going to say, well, we're not going to stay in the United States another 4 years. We're just telling you we're leaving. We don't give a shit if you're here or not. Leave if you want. We don't care. We don't care if you're here or you're not here. We don't care. So, nope, saved home and stayed off everything. Good boy. I was really proud of my wife. She bought nothing, and I mean nada, nothing, nothing, nada, nothing. I bought 4 French breads, $1 each at Walmart. Oh, those are good. I freeze those. I get them like that too, and I just put them in the freezer. So when I do want them, and I love sandwiches, but since I don't eat big sandwiches, I use those little sliced up baguettes as my sandwich bread, because now it's only this big versus a big old piece of bread. Hello, J3 in the background. That's right, J3's in the background. I know he's there because he went and zapped somebody for using bad words, which I still think is funny. I mean, you're not going to get the attention you want, and you're not smart enough to use other words, to get your same message across. So it's kind of like what 12-year-old boys do. I said the T word. I said the P word. So. Just got home, getting ready to get in the shower. Be right back. All right. Make sure you get some soap in there. Turn the hot water on, all that good stuff. But yeah, we didn't buy anything on Black Friday, but I'm really happy about that. I bought something today, but it was already planned on buying it. I just saw that the company dropped it by a little bit of money, and that convinced me to pull the trigger on it because I had two of them picked out for this friend of mine for Christmas, and the money went out. I gotta admit, the cheaper one kind of won out. He's going to get the cheaper one. But I noticed last night, my wife, because I know how my wife is. We know how our Filipinos are, right? So I know she's wanting to buy me something for Christmas, and I don't like to waste money. We don't have the money to waste on Christmas. So I really don't like to waste money on Christmas. I think it's silly. Now, if you got little kids, that's a different story. It's Santa for them. But she showed me one of these new, I can't remember what it is. It's a DJI camera system. It's like $600-700. And it's really cool. It's a handheld thing and has a built-in gimbal and all of that stuff. And I really would like to have one. But today at Cyber Monday, it was $100 off, so it was like $500. I don't know. But I told her, I said, that's just silly. We can't. I'd like to have one, but I can't afford that, so we're not buying that. So I know how my wife is. She will try to buy me something really nice that I want and really expensive. So I decided today, and I did some work, and I'm doing some work right now. Tarzan says, I picked a book online. I'll wait for it to drop in price. Yeah, I do the same. I've told you guys the secret about Amazon is 18 people in the house. Everybody, you guys drop a comment. Make sure you give us thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe to the channel. We do have memberships and super chats and PayPal and all that stuff. But if you'll subscribe, that will make me really happy. I do the same. I put something in my shopping cart that I'm interested, like the running boards. They're $400. Then I take them out of the shopping cart. I put them back in, take them out, put them back. I do that for 3, 4, 5 months, however long it takes. And I wind up getting them about half price. So I do that all the time. It's part of the strategy. So Lorelai's going to want to buy me something really nice for Christmas. And look, I appreciate the sentiment. I just don't want it. Drope a comment. Don't drope the soap. That's right. Don't drop the soap, homie. So I appreciate the sentiment, her wanting me to buy me something nice, but I don't want to spend that kind of money. So today I started thinking, 24 people watching. Thank you guys all for being here. Thank you for the thumbs ups. We need some more of those. Some of you folks hanging out in the background, I'm telling you, the hot, sexy girls are coming in a few minutes. So go ahead and drop a chat and give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And the girls will be coming out here really soon. But, so I started thinking today, because I know how my wife is, right? I got to start looking for something I need or something I want that's affordable that she can buy me for Christmas. And so I'm doing that today. I found that we never seem to have enough bottle openers, for like opening beer bottles or whatever you want to call them. We never seem to have enough. I don't know where they all go. So I found this 3-pack professional bar type bottle openers. And we used them in the clubs, when I was young. So I put that in my little shopping cart, and we only have one hand crank can opener. So I put another one in there. I haven't bought them. HTN is in the house. Hello, everybody. Everybody say hello to HTN. Thank you all for being here. We had 24 in the house a minute ago. I cut part of my teeth off in the back. What? Oh, tree. You cut part of the tree off in the backyard. Did you use a bottle opener? So, knowing that Lorelai wants to buy something, I've given her a couple of items. I like to have another can opener. We only have one. I don't want electric can openers. I don't like them. I prefer manual can openers. So I put another one of those in there and in the shopping cart. So that'd give her it's like $20 for all of it. So that gives her about $20 worth of stuff that she can buy me for Christmas. Because I don't want her wasting a bunch of money. Joe says, everybody give a thumbs up for the great man, the Dave man, the king, and the Lord and the master of the universe. Me and my dog Poo-Poo. Just sitting right there. And my dog Daisy, Lily, did Lily go? Hey Daisy, did Lily go to bed? I think Lily went to bed. It's cold outside, so she crawls under the blanket and hides a lot. But John says, I like the beach sandal that got a bottle open. Yeah, I saw those. I didn't know how comfortable they would be, but I saw those. Those would be cool to have, especially as a novelty one. You just hang them up on the wall in your kitchen, right? And then you take them down, walk around in them, hang them back up in the wall in the kitchen so they're nice and dirty where all the food is. Yeah. But I don't know what has happened to our bottle openers. And half the time I can't find the one can opener we have. So I thought, well, you know, we can spare $20 to get, you know, a couple kitchen gadgets. And that'd keep my wife busy from wanting to buy something really expensive. So, but what we found out last night, everybody give us a thumbs up if you don't mind. If you're in the background, come forward. If you're new to us, we appreciate you more than you know. My car key, the car key, you know, that I have that goes to Lorelai's car, this is what I don't understand. So Lorelai's car was made, right? Her car was made, obviously. I'm assuming the two keys were made at the same time. I have one key, she has one key. Her key gets used more than mine, without question. I would think 60 to 50 at least. But apparently my battery's going dead in my car key. What is that all about? I've never even had to replace a battery in a car key. So now I got to get on the internet and figure out how to replace and buy a battery for our car key, and I don't even know a clue. Has anybody ever had to replace the battery in their key fob? Never had that happen before. Both my can openers have disappeared somewhere. Well, I know, I can't ever find them. We have a problem with scissors too. Lorelai's mad at me all the time. She's like, well, where'd you put the scissors? And I'm like, I hate to tell you this, but I haven't been in the kitchen and touched scissors in 24 years. I've never even stepped in that kitchen where you hide your scissors. So it's not my fault you can't find your scissors. But I don't know, we need like a box. Maybe we can get like a gross of scissors, 144 count, and buy those. We'd still be lost in a month. 30 people watching, thank you all for being here. It's an honor to have you all here. I am, oh man, I got electric can opener. I don't like the electric can openers, Tarzan, and here's why. One, you're wasting electricity because I can do it with my hands. Two, I don't like how dirty and cruddy the gears get. And yes, I know you can pop them off and wash them, but I don't like that. And I wash my can opener a lot in the dishwasher. I just stick it in the thingy and wash it a lot. So I kind of got a weird thing about it. Plus, we got so many electrical gadgets between the 27 rice cookers and what else is over there? I don't know. We got, maybe that's all we have is 27 rice cookers. Why do we need 27 rice cookers? I don't know. But apparently we got 27 rice cookers. We're almost out of rice. Somebody, hey, if you do me a favor, write down a grocery list for me that Lorelai needs to buy more rice. I don't eat rice, so it's only for her. We definitely got to get some before the Christmas party on December the 14th, or man, all the Filipinos will be very, very, very disappointed in us. Sometimes I wash my cans. Yes, I do that. Now, I like to wash my cans. We actually, when we bring canned goods home, we actually wipe them off. So we actually been doing that for years. Mark Beals in the house. Took my key fob to AutoZone and they replaced the battery. Oh. Well, how much was it, can I ask? But what I don't know is why is my key fob needing the battery and Lorelai's is not? I don't understand how that is. That's my beef. Well, of course, I don't want to spend any money because I'm cheap. But why is it my key fob on her car, the one that needs the battery? I feel like I'm being singled out and disrespected by that car. Just saying. Riley's in the house. Hey, how's it going? Going pretty good. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys, as you came in. We appreciate all of that. So that's what I want to know. Why my key? Why not hers? You know, I drive her car 2 or 3 times a week. She drives it every freaking day. Oh, maybe she switched them. Ooh, sneaky Filipina. She may have done that. Her battery may have started going down and she came in and switched them and go, oh, did you notice your key fob was going down? Yeah. Which really blew me away because when we were driving the car last night, when I turned the car off, it sent me an alert through the car. Hey, key fob is needing battery replacement. And I'm like, what? What in the hell? I mean, my Dodge pickup is a 2008 model Dodge. It has a battery in it. It's never asked for a battery. Well, she already saw it last night. She was in the car with me. She was in the car with me last night when it happened. Well, I kind of did that on my truck, and I got a 2008 Dodge Dakota, right, extended cab, extended cab with the doors that kind of come open like this, and they have a real bad tendency for the cables inside they get brittle and they snap, so they don't unlock, they don't open anymore. I got to get those replaced somehow, and I told her those were her fault. She tried to open the one behind her seat one day and it wouldn't open, and she got real mad and said, Lorelai, you just broke it. Shame on you. That was working perfectly fine until you did that. Why would you tear my car up like that? So, it's not beneath me to do that. I gotta say, it is not beneath me. So that's what we've been working on today. Yeah, I would really like to have that DJI $600 camera, but I'd like to have the $300 one, but you know what I mean. That she picked out last night on Cybersale for an extra $100 off, but so I found some bottle openers and can openers, put them in the shopping cart. That's my hint. That's my way of telling her, hey, don't go buying big expensive stuff for me for Christmas because I don't need anything. Now I do. I told her, I said last night after she showed me this picture of this camera that, hey, yeah, that's really nice, but I don't know enough about them to select the proper one for what I want to do, which is when I'm live streaming in public, like fishing and going places. And I have the live stream mounted to my mobility scooter. With all the mounts I have, I want to be able to take that handheld device and do handhold, and Lorelai can video too, but handhold and make video out of stuff versus just a live stream. So I want to do a twofer. But I got to admit it, I don't know enough about them. Now, so I'm trying to persuade her by power suggestion. I don't remember, but it was not much. It could be bad or just weak battery. If you bought the vehicle, use key fob. No, we bought the car brand new, and it came with 2 key fobs, the original key fobs, and we haven't done anything with them. It's a 2021 year model. We bought it at the end of the year, but it was brand new. So, but I'll go by there and see what they would charge me to fix it or to change the battery. And if it's only $5 or $10, all right, I won't even bother with it. I'll just have them do it. Joe says, I need to work on something like that myself, David. Oh, the camera. I'm trying to remember what all I said, Joe, because, sometimes I talk so fast, the sky opens up, and I forget what I'm talking about. Yeah, the camera thing is what I like. I like doing live streams like this. But what I've learned is it severely handicaps me in making video, because I can't do it on my phone, making a horizontal versus vertical video while I'm out fishing or if I find something interesting. If I'm doing, so I want to be able to have a handheld that I can pick up really quickly and make some video out of while I'm talking to everybody live streaming. So I think it'd be a lot of fun to do that. But $600 is a lot of money in my world, so it's just not going to happen. And like I said, to be honest, I haven't reviewed them enough and watched enough videos about them to pick one up. So now what I do need, and maybe I'll find one if I can, I've learned some things I'm going to share with you. I have a couple of tripods, right? And I, like here, sitting here, we're on a tripod. You guys are on a tripod. It's one that is specially designed for iPhones, not cameras, not like digital cameras like we have. That's our other one. But this is designed for iPhones and iPads. So it's a bigger one, it's a little different. But there's some things I don't like about it. And maybe if I'm going to start researching tripods. Because here's what I need. And if you guys are going to do live streams like this a lot, so you guys all know that you can turn and do this with your thing, right? You also know that you can loosen it up and do this, right? Well, what I don't like is my tripod doesn't have any ball bearings. I don't know if there's any tripods that has ball bearings, so it's not very smooth. So what I don't like is the herky-jerky-ness of doing this. I wish it was smoother and transitioning and going up and down. So I'm gonna look and see if they got better tripods for that type of stuff. I don't know if they do or don't, without spending a fortune, So is everybody happy Thanksgiving's over? That's how we got started. Is anybody sad that Thanksgiving is over? That's the key. I am not sad. Joe says at Walmart for some good tripods. I'll look at Walmart. This one is a really good one. I paid like $80 for this tripod. It's a really high-end one, but it's not very smooth. I wish it had gears or ball bearings, and so when you do all of this twisting and stuff, it's smoother. Whew. Luke says, I'm ready for the next round of food. I thought he meant a next round of drinks. I thought Luke was going to offer us a round of drinks. I thought he was going to ask or offer a round of drinks. Luke, how are you? Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. What's going on in your world, Luke? Sean the Tuber is in the house. Hey, Sean. How are you? How are things going on your channel? It looks like you're one of our pretty green people, which means you are a member of our channel. So I'm glad that honor has fallen to you, my friend. Philippine in America, that's right. Sean puts out a lot of stuff. I see your stuff coming through all day long. Watching this afternoon, my eyelid surgery. Currently, I don't have any eyelids. Well, Greg, Greg, it's all right. Yeah, who says you need eyelids, right? Come on. Eyelids are overrated. Look, we all have eyelids. If they were really that important, nobody would have them, so. But how are you, Sean? How are things going in your world? We had a good Thanksgiving. I'm happy it's over. I'm not missing it. We are doing something totally different for Christmas than what we do for Thanksgiving. So, this Thanksgiving, we had a very traditional Thanksgiving. We only had 5 people. So we still got food. My dogs are loving it because they're getting to eat a whole lot of nice turkey. Tarzan says eyelids. Transparent foreskin, make the eyelids. That's it. It's a great day out in California, Sean says. Nice. How is California? And how is the Philippines? Because you're not in the Philippines, right? I checked some of your old videos. Emmanuel's here. Hey again, remember me? I do. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for being here. If you guys haven't given us a thumbs up for coming in a little bit late, please do. I promise I will appreciate it. Good evening, everybody. And that's a good point, Pat. Thank you for reminding me. If everybody will say hello to everybody, I would appreciate that. So it's always good to get to know each other in the chat. We got Joe here and Tarzan and Pat and Sean and Mark is in the house. Mark Bill up there in the house. Emmanuel's here now. Pat Riley's in the house. Welcome, Brother David. Appreciate it. I do. I like the ones that help me out in my chat, help me keep things going, and help me keep things straight. because sometimes I get a little lost in the weeds. But we got 17 people watching and only 10 thumbs up. My feelings are hurt. We had 30 people watching at one time, and we only got 10 thumbs up. My feelings are hurt. Are you guys trying to hurt my feelings? Oh my goodness, goodness gracious, great balls of fart fires. HTN is saying, hello everyone. So my dogs are really happy. You know, Lorelai's been making them homemade dog food, and I keep telling her, well, let's give them this homemade chicken that we made. So, looks like, Emmanuel, you got to be careful, Nightbot. I guess maybe you're putting too many words or phrases, so just don't put as much, but you're doing fine. So you got too many smiley faces, Emmanuel, which I appreciate, but Nightbot, the computer system, is going to not allow us to see it because they think it's spamming, and I know you're not, but the computer goes, ooh, they're just spamming. So just make it 3 emojis only. Don't do more than 3 emojis. And that's all you got to do there, my friend, Emmanuel, which we do appreciate you being here. 22 watching, 10 thumbs up. What, do you people not like me today? My feelings are hurt. You want me to take my shirt off? Is that what it is? Now, don't make me take my shirt off, people. You're not going to like it when I get naked. I'm just telling you. So you better hit those thumbs up unless you're going to want to see the shirt come off. You're lucky I turned down the heater because it was starting to get hot in this house. But so that's what we've been doing. But Thanksgiving is over. Lorelai, I can't show you the kitchen. It's still a work in progress. Sean says, thank you. Or task done. Thank you for doing the thumbs up. I can't even talk. Lorelai, we're having a really big Christmas party, December the 14th. So Lorelai, she does a great job every year, but she's really going balls to the wall this year. And she's working in the kitchen to decorate. And she actually did a couple things that are pretty damn impressive, but I can't show you any of it until it all gets done. Tarzan says, can the other room be prejudiced? Yes, it can. Of course it can. Brother David, do you use Facebook? I do, Pat. I do indeed. I do. We are, shit. I don't know what our Facebook is called. Hang on. The boss lady is in charge. Oh, wow. My iPad just got mad at me and told me that my storage on my iPad is full, which is funny because I don't know if there's anything on there. And how do we get over there? I'm trying to figure out who we are. Because my wife is in charge of Facebook. Yeah, we actually have 3 pages. Thank you for reminding me of that, Joe. We have, if I can figure out who the hell they are, Joe. We got the Philippine American Couples Group. Let me see, this is, see, here you go, Pat. I'll show you since I can't really. That's one of our groups. That's our main group. You can just check us out there and we can go from there. You can send me messages there and then I'll give you my private stuff. This is public, but Pat, I can give you my private stuff after you kind of go through there. Yeah, we can do a Facebook Messenger. That's right. I do it all the time. I mean, I've done it with a number of guys, Joe including. So, yep. Called the Stud Muffins married to a Filipina. Woohoo! Yep, we can do it. We can do it, absolutely. Just find us on the Philippine American Couple Facebook group page and send me a message and we can go from there, all right? Not a big deal. Yeah, I do video calls or messenger calls or whatever you call them. I don't know what you call them. But I talk to a lot of guys on a regular basis, even Sanders and Claude and Jessica's Adventures in the Philippines, Joe and Dennis and I and some others, Kiko. We've all messages, so absolutely. Just find us, and then it may take her day, but we can get information shared. But yep, you got to remember it's the Stud Muffin channel. We're the stuffed muffins, the Stud Muffins. No, it's all right. No, Messenger's fine. I have no problem with it. I have no problem. I talk to a lot of guys just on the phone. And my email address, the other thing you can do, Pat, seriously, if you want, my email address, which is right there on the YouTube channel, which is not a secret, it's public. You can just send me an email and send me your number, and I can call you if you want. So here, I'll put my email in the chat. Man, this house is getting hot. You guys might have to see me naked after all. I got an email somewhere. I just got to remember how to type the numbers. You guys bear with me. So my email address was just dropped by Cruising with Pack. And I gave myself permission to show it. And we got 23 people still watching us. Woo-hoo! Man, I heard that Cruising with Pack guy was the most handsomest man on the internet. I did. That's what I was told. So how's everybody doing? So here's what we're, I need to know what's going on. Who's having a Christmas party at their house? If you're going to have a Christmas party at your house, give me a 1. If you're going to a Christmas party somewhere else, throw a number 2 in the chat. Because I'm really kind of curious to see if there's going to be any fun out there in the world this year or not. 2, Chancey, hey, I like this guy. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate the compliment. Appreciate the thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. So Chancey says he's going to go somewhere else. HTN says he's going to somewhere else. I have to do both, and I'm not happy about it. I have to have one at my house, so I'm doing 1 and 2. Man, I'm efficient. Trying to reconnect my number, David. Okay. All right, and you saw my email address there. You can always just shoot me your phone number on email if that works for you. So yeah, Joe, what is a Christmas party anymore? Well, back in the day, no. I don't really know, Joe. I guess when somebody says it's a Christmas party, I don't know. I really don't know what one is. I know ours is going to be crowded, which is okay. That's what Lorelei wants and is excited about. Well, Chancey, that's a really good question. Does there have to be food to be considered a party? I would say no. Because as a kid, I went to a whole lot of drinking parties where there was no food involved at all. But there was a shitload of alcohol. So that was a party. So, but here's a question. Could it be a party without any booze, alcohol, any soda pop, anything to drink or eat? Is that a party? I don't think you can have a party with nothing. Okay, did you send me something in my email or on the book? Drinking, food, music, hanging out. Okay. I think those are the core ingredients. Pat, we'll get connected. I think those are the core things. I agree. But can you have a party? You can have a non-alcoholic party, I guess. But if you got a bunch of people together and there's no food or anything to drink, even soda or water, that's not a party. That's like work. Yeah, Pat, we will. We will. I'll help you out how I can. At our Christmas party, there's going to be food and drinking. We're going to have a bouncer at the door checking IDs. No, we're not going to do all that. But there is going to be food and drink. So I'm not, I don't like going to other people's houses for parties. Isn't that weird? Would you, and here's another follow-up question to all that, Pat and everybody else. Would you rather have a party at your house, or would you rather go to a party at somebody else's house? So 1, your house, someone else's house is 2. 3rd, at a neutral site. So number 3, if you like a neutral site. I like neutral sites because I don't feel obligated to stick around and be nice. I can come in and say hi, bye, eat the food and leave. But my wife's doing a party before our party at some church with a bunch of girls. Then they're all coming here, I guess. So which is funny, they wanted to have this church party, but they want to come after the church party into our party so they can drink and sing and be silly. But they're doing the church thing right before it. So, yeah, I don't know. Right, Dave doesn't have the question or the answer. He will bounce the question off of me. Does it all the time. I do. I roll it up in a really hard steel ball like this, and I find Joe, and I go, pow! 3-tier bar is a good place to party or something. 3, the bar is a good place. Yeah, we have some, I like those. I like it when you have a party at a bar event or something where you can just show up and kind of do your thing and sneak out and nobody knows any difference. But the Filipinos around here, which my wife belonged to, of course, they seem to like to have house parties. They find it more fun and entertaining. But I don't know. We had to go to a birthday party over the weekend, which is fine. It was a little kid's party. But I don't know. They're okay if I like the people, and these people I like, so they're okay. But our house, we're gonna be the bar, HTN. The bar is, man, I need to get new glasses. I'm having trouble reading. The bar is gonna be my house. So, I don't know, and it looks like it's gonna be chilly. So it's not gonna be a beautiful 70 degrees here. There's no snow or anything in the forecast for the party, but I may light the fire pit out back just in case anybody wants to go out there in the 20 degrees weather. Yes, be ready to karaoke. At Filipino parties, we all have to suffer. Suffer, 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 suffer. And Pat says he needs new glasses. I really do. My problem is we've spent so much money on my dogs this year that I really don't want to spend any money on myself. So I'm being cheap. I'm being cheap, everybody. I don't know. And I'm not a vet, so I can't go to the VA or anything. HN's weather can change. It can. Hopefully it'll be in the 60s at night, and we can light the fire pit, and everybody can have a good time around the fire pit. But karaokeing is a must at a Filipino party. It's going to be loud, noisy. This year, I'm going to try to ban them from singing Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston. I've started telling them, you guys need to sing different songs. You need to broaden your horizon. You need to come up with some new tunes to sing versus the same old crying in your beer Filipinos shit. Have you been in the Army? No, no. I've never served in the military in any capacity whatsoever. So I'm not a veteran at all. Never have. I worked with a lot of veterans at the college. I had a lot of folks that get out of the military and come to the college to get an education, and we worked with a lot of veterans. But no, and I know a lot of veterans. So yeah, I've never been in the military. I take my hats off to the guys that have been in the military. One thing I will say, I do find it really interesting how many of them are really angry at the military. You know, I don't understand. I get it. You hated the military. But why are you so angry about it? You're the one who stayed in the military. You know, I don't get it. And of course, I believe in a philosophy of not hanging on to your anger. Don't hang on to your anger. Get it out, let it out, work through it. Do something positive with it. But when you, it doesn't do you, your family, any good to spit out hate and anger just because your life isn't what you wanted or thought it should be, or it didn't go as well as you liked, or I don't know. Because look, and I've never been in the military, never said I have, but there's a lot to my career that I hated. I had to kiss ass. I had to suck balls and put up with bullshit that somebody with my personality would have never put up with. So we all have to do that. But I'm really shocked about some of the guys hang on to so much anger about their military experience. And I'm not an expert in it, and since I never served, I don't know why. I don't know why so many people hang on to that anger. I know a lot of guys that don't get me wrong, it's not everybody. But I'm still shocked that so many of them want to hang on to that anger. What do I know? So, a Christmas party, we got a lot of food coming on the 14th. We're going to have drink. Lorelai's done a great job with the kitchen. She's working on it. The living room has a few more touches, and that's our big thing for this year. Now, what we have to do for Christmas, which I'm not very excited about, let me tell you here's what we're going to do for Christmas. So apparently, at midnight on Christmas Eve, December the 24th, we're going to have a seafood feast here. We're just two friends, four of us. They're going to eat seafood out until their noses explode. I don't know. Apparently, we're having some big seafood dinner in the middle of the night, which should be interesting. Apparently, we do this every year, and I just don't remember it very well. We exchange gifts with them, I think. And then, that's true, Brother David. You like that? Yes. So we're doing that on New Year's Eve. Christmas Day, we don't do anything. So there's no wake up in the mornings and get your presents. I guess it's kind of the Filipino tradition where you're going to open up your present the night before at New Year's, like right when it turns Christmas Day. In America, for you folks that are new to this part of the world, a lot of times in America, we wait until early in the morning to open up our presents. We get up, Santa Claus comes during the night, we get up in the morning, we open our presents. Gross, I don't want to see everyone's food. Yes. Well, we're going to have seafood. They're going to make lobster tails and crab legs and a seafood boil and rice and cornbread. And so we apparently do a seafood. So, but I get what you mean. Seafood. See everyone's food. But in America, so we get up in the morning and open up our presents, right? And then we usually have dinner, noonish, one-ish, two-ish, right? Or lunch, whatever you want to call it. And then we sit around and watch football or basketball and bitch and moan and complain and take naps. So we don't do any of that in this household because my wife's from the Philippines and all that. But here's what we do, and I do think it's fun, and I like this part. We all go back to bed about 1 or 2. We get up the next day, and I will pre-buy online tickets to go watch a movie. We have a couple really nice movie theaters in our part of the country, not too far from our house. So we will pick out a movie. I'll buy the tickets, have the seats we want. And yeah, we got to pay a little bit more to book them online, but we'll go ahead and do it because Christmas is one of the busiest times for movie theaters. Busy time for movie theaters. Really busy. So you want to pre-buy your ticket if you can. We'll go watch a movie. Christmas Day, that's our tradition. I remember this. We'll get a large buttery popcorn and a large Coke, and that is refillable, so you can have all of that you want. We never refill them because we're full. 1 bucket of popcorn works between Lorelei and I. And we will sit and watch the movie and eat popcorn and have a drink. That's what we do on Christmas Day. That's become our tradition the last 5 or 6 years, except for the year that we were in the Philippines, trapped by Typhoon Odette. Every other year here in America, that's what we've done. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. I was telling Diana, Soul Soother, the other day about it, and because she takes care of her brother, I'm like, look, if you don't have a big family, you have nothing else going on that day, hell, go to the movies. It's a blast. It's a great way to kill 4 or 5 hours in an afternoon. Because we'll get down there and, and if you take another friend or 2 with you, it's a lot of fun. You can shoot the shit and have a good time. So that's what we're going to do Christmas Day. I don't know. So what do you guys think about that? Does anybody, who's excited? I know you guys are all excited about coming to my house on December the 14th for the biggest, best Christmas party there is. We already had the Halloween party. We are going to try to live stream the Christmas party for you. I'm going to give away some more memberships to our YouTube channel at the Christmas live stream. So some of you guys who are not already members will get memberships. I'm going to give away 5, so 5 of them. So that's my Christmas gift to all of you guys. And then there'll be a lot of singing, dancing. I got a feeling some of the girls will wear cute Christmas outfits. Some of them won't, some will. It's going to be fun to watch. I don't know where I'm going to put the camera up in this house because it's going to be a little chaotic. I might have to come up with something creative and figure out how to better show you the room. And I want to do a live stream like this because this type of live stream gets a whole lot more views and traction versus a vertical one. A horizontal one. The horizontal ones, YouTube doesn't seem to push, but you get a better view. So I got to debate about that. If I knew there was enough of you guys coming, then I would do that. But I don't know how I'm going to do that. But man, our house is going to be cool for Christmas. And now I got to figure out what to buy my wife for Christmas. Does anybody have any suggestions? Tarzan, I don't want you to recommend a new vacuum cleaner because I got her one of those last year. So I need to come up with suggestions for a Christmas gift for my wife. Anybody have one? I am all ears. But now, I'm just trying to get her not to spend money on me. So what do you guys think? You think bottle openers and a can opener is a good gift? A snow machine for the summer? Well, we got a smoke machine. We bought a smoke machine, a smoke light machine. We bought one of those, but I don't know about a snow machine. I don't know if I could afford the chemicals to go into a snow machine. Now, Henry, they would get a real kick out of it if we have one in the backyard for a Christmas party, let me tell you. And being as cold as it is, they would really get a kick out of that. But I need to get her a Christmas gift. I told Lorelai the only other thing I needed, which I really don't, was a pair of socks. Not a pack of socks, but a pair of socks. And a box of really good Christmas candy. Not the cheap, crappy, generic kind, but the really good Christmas candy. You know, the big box that has the high dollar, the good flavored candy in them. Some of that. That would be good. Selfie stick. Well, Lorelai has one in her car. She keeps one in her car. We have those. We keep, we probably got 4 or 5 of those. Probably 4 or 5 of those. But this is for my wife. But she has her own selfie stick that she picked out and bought. And she keeps it in her car so that if we go running around and if there's something she wants to do, she has her very own selfie stick that I had nothing to do with purchasing. That way, if it breaks or she can't get it to work, she can't blame me. So she has that, so we're good in selfie sticks. Oh, I got to look for her. I was going to do that today. I forgot. I've been a slacker today. I did. I need to find a fedora to wear with my new tropical Christmas shirt Lorelai got me, so that I can wear that for the Christmas party. I need to find a new fedora to wear, a Christmas fedora. So it needs to be kind of reddish, or maybe whitish, I don't know. So selfie stick is out. Well, we need one of those. We do, John. And she says it's for the dogs, so that she can watch the dogs, right? We have one of those Google Nest. It's sitting on the floor. I had another camera that swiveled around on the eyeball thing that I got as a product review, cheap from China, but it's broken. But yeah, she would like that. Diana's in the house. Everybody say hello to Diana. Thank you for being here, Diana. Appreciate you. Everybody say hello to Diana. Thank you for the thumbs up. Well, I got to buy my wife a present, not me, Joe. So, and she doesn't like Hawaii. She doesn't want to wear an Hawaiian shirt. But I have a new Hawaiian shirt that Lorelai bought me for my birthday that she bought me to intend to wear on the Christmas party. So we did it on my birthday live stream, Thanksgiving live stream. It's in the dirty laundry now. I need to wash it and iron it. But so now I need to get me a matching fedora to go with that new Christmas shirt. So I need to work on that. I just keep forgetting to do it. But time's running out. I only got 12 days to get a hat in. Tarzan saying hello to Diana. Hey, Joe. Diana saying hi, everybody. Tim is in the house. Good evening, Pack, and everyone from Tim. Tim, how are you today? Thank you for being here. Thank you for the shout-outs. Thank you for the thumbs up, subscribing to the channel. It is so good to see all of these kind, wonderful people. We had over 30 people in the house at one time, Tim. They all ran away because there's no boobs flopping in the wind, but, you know. At least some of the good people stuck around. And then, of course, Tarzan stuck around too. So, so I need to give, yep, Joe, thank you for the reminder and getting everybody to do those thumbs up and all that good stuff. I appreciate that. But I need to find a Christmas gift for Lorelai. So if anybody has any suggestions about that, let me know. Shadow's in the house. Hey, buddy. Hey, how are you? Thank you for being here. It's been a while. Well, it hasn't been that long. I saw you like a week ago. It hasn't been that long since you've been here. But thank you for the thumbs up as you came in, and thank you for being here. I have no other friends, Tarzan says. Oh, that's okay. But you have Jane. All you need is a Jane. Hey, Shadow. Hey, Shadow. Hello, HTN. Hey, Diana. Hey, Diana. We got to get that, you know. A new rice cooker. Oh, we got two. We got 27 rice cookers. No, no more rice cookers. No more rice cookers. We even got some in the pantry we don't even use. We don't need an iced tea maker because I think it's stupid to have a machine that makes iced tea, and she doesn't drink tea anyway, when I can just add hot water to a tea bag and make iced tea. Jungle Jane, that's right. Tim says, hello, Tarzan, Tarzan of the jungle, Tarzan, Tarzan of the jungle. So I got to think of something to buy Lorelei, and I'm trying to get her not to buy me anything, so I came up with bottle openers. I put them in the Amazon cart because that's what she kind of does as a trick. You know, she came to me last night and said, look, I found this DJI camera set up with the built-in gimbal and lens and everything. And, you know, all of this, they're like $600, but they're going to be on sale for $500. And I told her, no. I'd like to have one, but it costs too much money. I know you're joking, Joe. Every day of the month is about what we have, and we don't even eat rice. Lorelei eats rice. She kind of is a hit and miss. She doesn't eat rice daily anymore. We got an air fryer. I would like to have a better one. You know, one of those $400 or $500 ones that's basically just an oven, you know, that's bigger. But we have an air fryer. I have a small portable ice maker from Costco. Ooh. I've thought about an ice maker. I really have, because I think I would take advantage of an ice maker. Lorelei could give a rat's ass about ice. She doesn't put ice in anything. I use a lot of ice, so I thought about buying me one of those ice makers. So can I buy myself a gift and just wrap it up and tell Lorelei it's hers and then take it from her? Would that be fair? Is that something that can be done? I tried to do that with our wedding anniversary with the fishing pole. And I bought her a really nice rod and reel setup for her anniversary. Yeah, the French door ones. Yeah, that's what we'd like to have, is one of those, like Emerald Lagasse's or somebody's, one of those really nice French door ones. But the one we've had, we've used a lot, and we got it on clearance at Walmart, so. Always need more ice, yes. And she hasn't said, well, what she wants, I can't afford. She would really like to, you know, she always loves jewelry. And I bought her a lot of jewelry over the year, but this year we're a little tough. And she would really love to have a Louis Vuitton purse, but so we got to get her something that's affordable. Let's keep that in mind. And that means less than $10. Pat says they're cooking hamburgers and bratwurst tonight. Woo-wee! Doing some cooking of hamburgers and bratwurst. Nice. We're not cooking anything for another 12 months because we have more turkey in the freezer. Yeah, my dogs are so happy. Nice, Pat. The real question is, what kind of buns are you? Well, here's what I've learned about hot dogs, hamburgers, brats, all those things. A good quality product is really important, but having a really good quality bun makes it all worth it. So, I had a turkey sandwich. One piece of rye bread cut in half, some turkey on it with a little mayo, boom. That was my dinner tonight. I'm trying to hold out for Christmas to cook. All right, well, I don't know. Maybe I can make some turkey. You know, does anybody know what turkey teccracini is? I really like that. I need to dig up a good recipe for turkey teccracini and try to make that, because I think that would be good. I like it. I used to like it. I had some really good beef and mushroom at this party when it went to Saturday night. I didn't even eat any birthday cake. But the lady of the house made some really good she's Filipino, but made some really good American-style beef and gravy. Woo! Haven't heard of it. Diana says, how about the upgrade microphone for karaoke? Maybe in a professional. Geez, Diana, that sounds expensive. Remember, we got a budget of like $20. I mean, that's all I can afford for my wife. I mean, my budget's higher for myself. Yeah, maybe. That's a good one. We have a karaoke system, and we got my problem, and I'll just tell you guys honestly, when it comes to the technology stuff, I'm not very good at it. I don't understand a lot of it. So I'm always afraid if I buy something to go with something that I get something wrong and it sucks. And that's just me. I really don't, But that's a good one, Diana. I like that one. Like to try it, Brother David? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, beef and gravy tips is what she made. It was fantastic. It's really good. It's like I brought it home and put it over leftover Thanksgiving mashed potatoes. So they put it on rice. I put it on mashed potatoes. Ketchup, David, Jenny's going to try. All right, Joe, enjoy your phone call. No cake for your birthday party? Well, it wasn't my birthday party. The birthday party for me was Thursday, Thanksgiving, and we did have a cake. And it wasn't too bad. It was from Harps. It was fruit cake. Oh, I love fruit. Does anybody like fruit cake? It wasn't a fruit cake. It was a cake with fruit in it, and I like those. So, the cake batter itself has like cherries and fruit in it and berries and things. I like those. But I like fruitcake. Who wants fruitcake? You know what fruitcake is? I am a huge, huge, huge fruitcake fan. The problem is it's so damn expensive, and you can't find any good fruitcake around here. I looked one the other day. They wanted $30 for 3 pounds. That's $10 a pound. But at the birthday party of the little girl, I didn't eat any of her birthday cake. I don't know why. Pat likes fruitcake. John, Big Tarzan, likes fruitcake. Made with booze, that's right. That's right. I love fruitcake. I just wish I could get some good fruitcake. Same here. You got to have fruitcake. Henry says, nope, don't like it. Not into it. Oh, my gosh. But I love fruitcake. And I like it. I bought some made with Caribbean rum in the Caribbean one year. We got it on a cruise ship right after Christmas season or something, and it was really good. PA Outdoors, the couples channel. How are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. How was your Thanksgiving? I hope it was well. We're talking about fruit cake. Do you like fruit cake? And if you like fruit cake, where should we get fruit cake at? I need to know this. Where would you recommend I buy good fruit cake at? And I don't mean that cheap Walmart shit. I mean real fruit cake. Kiko's in the house. I am not surprised in the least. You are what you eat. That is right. Are you talking about Tarzan again? Fruitcake, perfect for regifting. Oh man, I love fruitcake. You kidding me? It probably costs too much money to make yourself. Maybe that's why it's $10 a pound. But I love fruitcake. I grew up eating it and really liked it. But you need to have it soaked in rum, so you can be a rummy, I guess. Be a little fruity in the cake. I like fruitcake. I just don't know how you get good fruitcake. I wonder if all crispy rim, you mean maybe men makes fruitcake? Maybe, I don't know. I remember my grandmother making it when I was a little bitty kid about this big. I remember when she made it, but I've never made it myself. It's one of the few dishes I haven't made it. By the way, Kiko, how was your Thanksgiving? I hope it all went well for you. Good to have you. Thank you for the thumbs up. It is winter time where I'm at. I know you guys got snow in your part of the world. Krispy Kreme. Oh, Krispy Kreme. I don't know. If Krispy Kreme, why would, I don't know, John. I wonder if there's a difference, and I really, now you made me think of that. Krispy Kreme, I'm not a big, huge fan of. It's just a damn donut. But I wonder if there's a difference between like Mexican fruitcake, American fruitcake, German fruitcake, Switzerland fruitcake. Does other parts of the world, I need to become a fruitcake expert. I need to become a fruitcake expert, Kiko, right? That would suit my talent and my ability to become an expert on fruitcake. I wonder if it's done differently in other parts of the world. We don't have a Costco's around here. Tarzan, we live in the home of Walmart. There is no Costco here. Ain't no Costco here. We do have a Sam's Club, but now I'm going to do, man, I need to do so much internet searching. It's unbelievable. I need a research assistant. Who wants to be my research assistant? It pays absolutely nothing. I don't know how, but we are 48 from 1,000. Congratulations, my friend. Congratulations. And let me throw that out there. If there's anybody in here who has a Ninja account or a backup account that hasn't already subscribed to PA Outdoors, please go do that. I know all of mine have. I only got 3, my other 2 channels. I am living in the Philippines. Good morning. 27 Celsius in the Philippines. Nice, nice, nice. It is 34 degrees here. Fahrenheit, because we be American. We be American in America. So we do Fahrenheit. But everybody make sure you go to PA's and let's get them another 48 so they can become, they can get their 1,000 bananas and become the next superstar channel of the world. I like it. I like it. Just remember me, PA, when you're world famous and you got 100,000 subscribers, you just remember us poor little channels that have nobody. But I'm going to have to start doing, I need a research assistant. So I need somebody to research a tripod for me that doesn't squeak, that maybe has ball bearings and all the thingies. I need to research those DJI cameras. I need to research fruit cake. I got a friend that brought me over a Chicago hammer drill that he wants me to sell for him. Man, it smells bad. It smells all greasy. So tomorrow I'm going to get some Dawn soap and take it and clean it up and not make it so smelly because it's in my office. I have a wonderful Thanksgiving, just us and 2 daughters. Nice. Yeah, Kiko, we did too. We had a good one. There's 5 of us. Our regular friends that come over, the young couple that's married, and then a older gentleman who's going to be left alone for the holiday. Got him to come over and join us, and he thought it was weird and funny because I kept telling him, I said, you just got to wait. We can't eat yet. They're not done taking pictures and making selfies and shorts, and we got to do all this camera work. The girls got to take thousands of pictures of their food before we can eat it. So he's standing up there with his plate and his silverware going, I don't understand. The food is on the bar. Why can't we eat it? And I kept telling him, you got to wait a few more minutes. They're not done staging it and turning it. And so he got a kick out of the fact that we all had to delay the food eating for the photographs. And I told him, I said, it's just the way it is in the modern world, buddy. It's just the way it is. But we had a good one overall. He went home early because he's an older guy, and our other 2 friends stuck around until about midnight. We played Uno and just visited and had a good time. So the food, we bought all of our food from Harps. Had it, I went and picked it up. It was pre-cooked. I did a video on that. It's coming out. And that's what we did. Tarzan's, I cheat. I eat when I'm cooking. Quality check time. Absolutely. It's really weird. That's the appropriate thing to do. I have a really big problem about not tasting my food. When I cook things, I really do. I don't like to taste the food for some reason. I don't know why. I usually kind of get it almost done, then try it. But it's a really bad technique if you're going to be a good chef. You should be tasting your individual ingredients, and then as you go along, you got to keep tasting it. But I don't do it. I'm a slacker. I'm a slacker, man. That's all I can say. But we had a good one, so we're very happy. I'm glad it's over. Now Lorelai can move on to decorating the kitchen for Christmas, which she's excited about. She's done some really cool things. But I was telling them earlier, if you guys come in late, Lorelai was wanting to buy me a Christmas gift, and she sent me a text last night. Now, granted, I'm only 15 feet away from her. She's in the living room. I'm in the bedroom because it's about 11. And she sends me a text saying, hey, I just, what do you think of this DJI, blah, 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 third generation camera thingy? And I'm like, well, it's really cool. I don't know much about it, but it's way too much money. We're not going to do that. Diana says, yikes, I just got caught by the cable guy. Uh-oh, what did you do, Diana, getting caught by the cable guy? What do you mean? Were you spying on him while he was bending over? We had turkey soup after Thanksgiving. I like turkey soup. And I'm going to do that. I got some nice vegetables that I'm going to make us, and Lorelai won't eat it, but I'm going to make some turkey soup. Nice. Our son in Florida made his college friends lumpia. Nice. His mother taught him well. Sanders in the house. That's funny. Good evening, everyone. I like making lumpia. I like eating it better. And and look, I know there's a lot of the locals in my area that we go to parties with and to and for and at that watch my live streams, even though they say they don't. I know they do. There's only a few of you ladies that make really good lumpia. And putting 5 spice on the outside of your wrapper is not an appropriate way to make lumpia. Understand? Do not sprinkle your hot lumpia with 5 spice on the outside. That is not the correct way to do it. Don't do it. Understand? Okay. Now that we got that under control, because I hate it. Nothing, he was trying to get me to switch. Oh, all right. Trying to get you to switch to a different cable guy. So Diana had one cable guy hitting her up, and he's like, hey, baby, you need to dump your other cable guy and come over here with this cable guy. I see what's going on, Diana. We don't have cable anymore, and I'm very happy about it. It saves me $120 freaking a month. I got rid of DirecTV. Don't have anything now except for an antenna, all the stuff on smart TV, Netflix I still have, Prime TV I still have, and Paramount Plus I still have. But I got rid of the other, saved me $120 a month. Asian 5 spice. What is 5 spice? It's a mixture of like Anastar, I can't remember. I got a bunch of it here at Kiko. But it's a mixture. It has a little bit of a nutmeg or a cinnamon flavor to it, but it's real popular in the Asian world, Asian 5 spice or 5 spice. I don't like it. You can use it a little bit in fried rice and things, and dishes like that, so. My wife puts it together just before feeding time, party time, so it's super fresh. That's the other key. And here's what you want. You want it to be fresh. And the other big key that I've learned about lumpia, the secret to it, is you got to have your oil nice and hot, because you don't want that lumpia to stay in the oil for a long time, because then the cabbage, the carrots, the pork just gets saturated with oil. So you want to get it nice and hot, drop that lumpia, get it to fry the outside of it, and pull it out and drain it. Get it golden brown, but don't leave it in the oil too long. Sanders says, my wife is great at making it. Outstanding. I will send you my home address. Just tell her to pack it and throw it in dry ice. And here's what I would prefer. Individual packs of 12, labeled clearly what flavor they are. Pork, I don't really like the chicken. The vegetables okay, and the shrimp is good. All right? So, but packs of 12. Thank you. HDN says, I just have a smart TV with a few things on it. Well, our smart TVs have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of channels. It's like this thing is this the Samsung? This Samsung has its own channels. They're basically a bunch of reruns, but it's what, and they do have news, you know, regular news stuff, but they have Westerns and regular movies and the old CSI movies or TV shows and Criminal Minds. It has all that stuff on it. Kiko says, Lumpia is definitely my favorite Pinoy. It is mine. And I'm telling you, you guys may think this is really gross, but here's what you do. Forget that little yellow oranges chili sauce stuff that you're supposed to dip it in. No. You get you some French onion dip. Creamy, good French onion dip. And you dip your lumpia in that. Oh my God, you'll go to heaven. Ian says, Jarong tastes also great. Fried banana. Not into the fried banana. We make it. We've had it, I can't tell you how many times. Wife loves it. All the Filipinos love it. I just don't like fried. Why are you hurting a banana? Why would you do that to a banana? What did that banana ever do to you? That banana didn't do anything to you. So why are you putting it in all the grease? Don't you know that's not very nice? I don't like fried banana. Our Asian store makes a fried banana that's different than what the Filipinos make. And it's more like a sweet batter. If you've ever had Long John Silver's in America, you know how their batter is a little sweet. This is similar. Their batter is really good, but the banana sucks. Jim says, my smart TV is smarter than me. Well, mine too. Mine has more computing power than you could imagine. And it doesn't take much for me in my old age in these days. What the heck that thing is doing. So, but I'm really serious. A good antenna, smart TV. I don't really know why anybody pays cable anymore. I mean, I have Netflix and we have Prime, Amazon Prime, because we do a lot of Amazon. And then I'm a big fan of Paramount Plus. But it saved me $120 a month just to get rid of the damn dish TV. Tim says, I tried to avoid most fried foods. You know, I know I'm fat. And everybody thinks I eat fried foods like crazy. But I don't like much fried food either, except for lumpia. Fried ice cream is weird to me. Yes. At the fairs, fried ice cream. I just got the filling cream cheese is made with... Ah! Kiko says, I just discovered that you can get Philadelphia cream cheese with chipotle flavor. A little spicy, I like it. I like the garden vegetable one. The garden vegetable one. And then the other thing I do with it is for holidays, I might blend in a little strawberry and or a little blueberry for a holiday treat and use it like that. Love cream cheese, but I like the garden flavor. If you haven't tried that, Kiko, try it. Tarzan's, I got an 85-inch TV. I used to watch live on YouTube. I just lay in bed and watch my laptop nowadays. All right. Well, we watch YouTube on our big TVs and laptops and what do they call these? iPads. Tarzan says, I'm getting hungry. Hungry Jack. Hungry Jack biscuits. I got a huge craving for biscuit and gravy. And I need to find a buddy that will go to breakfast with me. Because I don't like the McDonald's one. It's cheap and nasty. But I like going to mom and pop restaurants that serve breakfast where you can get homemade biscuit and gravy, sausage biscuit and gravy. But I have nobody to go to breakfast with. Yeah, Kiko, the garden herb. Did you ever have the salmon? The salmon I really liked. I really liked the salmon flavor on crackers. Tim says, I rarely watch YouTube on TV. I usually watch it more on my iPads because I have the attention span of a gnat. So I got pizza bake I need to make my son sometimes. John says, yes, absolutely. We got all the stuff for pizzas in the spring. We got a new pizza oven that we got a while back, and we got all the stuff. We're going to try to get into pizza making better next year. I do too. I remember growing up, we could have pancakes and sausage for dinner. I always liked it. But I'm a huge fan of good old-fashioned Southern biscuit and gravy, with sausage and some pepper in it to give you a little bit of heat. Man, and some good big old fluffy biscuits. My God, I love that. That's one of my favorite dishes in the world. Lorelai finds it disgusting, but I really like it. And the more the sausage in it, the better. Shit on a shingle. I know. We were talking about that a while back. Shit on a shingle. I like it. Man, yeah. Maybe, well, I don't have I loaned my truck out to a buddy because this is in the shop. It's like, man, I'm getting hungry. Maybe if I went to bed early enough, I could get up early in the morning and drive down to this place about 15 miles away, 10 miles away. That's supposed to be really good at it. But I'm too lazy. Kiko says, I never do breakfast after morning time. Yeah, we used to do it a lot as kids, pancakes, maybe because it was just poor food. Because, you can do a lot with, you can make kids eat a lot with pancakes. Easy to make, cheap. So as growing up, we had a lot of pancakes for dinner. Now, does that mean, Kiko, you don't ever eat bacon after breakfast? Or is bacon acceptable to eat at other times? IHOP, yeah. International House of Pancakes. There's also the Village Inns. But I don't mind IHOP either. What's the other one? Waffle House? You guys have a Waffle House? I don't mind going to a Waffle House at 4 or 5 a.m. and having coffee and having biscuit and gravy before I go fishing. Pat is asking, Brother David, can you have Wi-Fi? Yes, living off the grid with solar panels. You can, but your solar panels is not going to do the router. What you have to have is Starlink. Elon Musk's Starlink. Starlink is how you have Wi-Fi if you're living off the grid. And you can do it worldwide. It's called Starlink, and you pay a monthly service fee for Starlink, which is satellite internet. Burnt bacon is, see, Kiko, I'm kind of with you, man. I like my bacon to be super, super crispy. Now, look, Kiko, here's something I'm going to tell you what you do. You get you your favorite cream cheese, and you get you some bacon, and you put those two ingredients together. You will die and go to heaven. Pat says in the Philippines, yeah, you can do it worldwide. You can do that. Starlink is like having your own private satellite system. And it's through an Elon Musk company called Starlink. It goes worldwide everywhere. They use it out in the middle of the ocean on luxury yachts. So it's all based off of the satellite system, not anything to do with landlines or cell towers or infrastructure. So it's called Starlink. So yes, you can use it worldwide. Henry says, so yes, Pat, you can. Yes, you can do it in the Philippines, Pat. Yes. Or bacon it. Ooh, what the hell is that, Kiko? Now, I don't know about that. I'm a gigantic peanut butter fan, but bacon and peanut butter? I've never done that. I will take that one under advisement and consider it. That's funny. Tarzan says, my son says my mouth is in heaven when I's at high hop. That's funny. Pat says, okay, I get it, yeah. Is Starlink expensive each month? I think it runs about $100 a month. I don't know. The last time I looked at it was when the typhoon wiped out the Carolinas and they had no internet or anything. And I was just curious. I think maybe $100 a month for unlimited usage. I don't know if it's different in different parts of the world. I don't think it is. The cost is different. I don't think it is. I think it's the same. Apparently it works well from everything I read about it. And, you know, I know there's a couple of YouTube channels that I follow that they use it out on their remote farms. So they have it and they're able to go out, and that's how they do internet out on their farms. So if they're way out in the cow fields or out in the back 40 as they call it, or out on the lake, they will have their Starlink, and some of them do it on the boat. They do it in the middle of the ocean, but I think it starts about $100. I pay $40 a month for cable and internet. That's right. A lot of RVers do it in America. People that live in their RVs full-time and work, they do Starlink. I know that. It's very popular in the RVing community. Because it doesn't matter where they're at, whether in the Badlands or sitting outside of a Walmart. Kiko says, I love a good sausage biscuit gravy breakfast, but it doesn't love me. Well, it loves me and I love it back. Woo-wee! Tarzan gave all of the USA money to other countries and did not help USA when storm victims. Of course not. Of course not. And the worst thing he did was he had FEMA get in the way. FEMA needs to go away. FEMA's a joke. Here's what needs to happen, because it makes me mad. And I don't care if it makes you mad or not. FEMA should be dissolved. And here's what should be happen. There should be clear and crisp guidelines for the money that FEMA has, and it should be divided up equally to every state. Every state should manage their share of the funds. So how many states do we have? We have 50. If their budget is $1 billion, you divide it by 50, everybody gets an equal share. There should be clear and cut guidelines. Then there should be a system in place where if Carolina's in trouble, and a state like Illinois or Missouri, who's pretty safe except for from tornadoes, if they want to transfer their money to Carolina because they need it, they can do it. But it shouldn't be only spent on, and the state should decide, bulldozers, contractors, not the freaking federal government in a state. I'm just saying. I think we're screwing the pooch. But I also think the National Guard is not used correctly. I don't think the National Guard ought to be a prep system for the military. It should be designed for search and rescue, disaster relief, and support of the systems inside the state. FEMA cut off money from the local communities by hurting and hurt by they did. And they would fight with those communities going, no, you can't have it until you do A, B, C, and D. Then they got mad at private people trying to save people's lives. FEMA needs to go away. FEMA's an idiotic joke. And I think every year, each state, now look, I wouldn't be opposed to saying at the end of each fiscal year, that money that went to California and California did not use it goes back into the kitty to be divided back up. And I would let the state of California keep the interest they made off of their share of the $1 billion. But the principal goes back to the fund to go back into the budget that wasn't used to be divided back up by all 50 states yet again for the next year. And you just keep doing that. You keep doing that. You keep doing that. So when we have a time where we got 3 or 4 states who's devastated, that there's enough funding there to take care of it. I shipped out about 10 Starlink kits today. See, Pat, if you're still there and listening, Sanders is telling you that, and I remember him telling us during the hurricanes that they were shipping out a lot of them every day, but they were being given away, if I understood it right back then. HDN agrees with the bright, brilliant guy that wears a nice hat. Oh, wait a minute, that's me. FEMA is the biggest joke ever. It's one of the biggest jokes. There's also redundancy in the government, which Elon and his buddies are going to look at and go, why are the same people counting the same beans? You know, why are the same people doing the same jobs? FEMA, Tim says, wouldn't go to homes that Trump, correct. It's a political group, and it shouldn't be that way. And look, and I think every state government ought to be able to control it immediately. Boom, 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 boom. Steal from the people and don't help them when they need it. And I agree. So I'm not happy with FEMA. I think, I don't know who the new FEMA director is going to be, but I hope like hell it's somebody with common sense and logic. I mean, how could you stick your... It just doesn't make sense to me. You know, don't let people help people. Instead, we're going to put red tape in its place and say, no, you can't go help those people starving. But hey, I got 20 pounds of chicken I can give them. No, you can't give them any damn chicken. Who are you? You're not the government. We're the government. Once they write us a long leafly letter and fill out all this paperwork, we'll give them 2 pounds of chicken. Yeah, but I got 20 pounds right here I can give them right now. No, it doesn't matter. You better give that chicken to us, and we'll decide who gets that chicken. It's so fucked up. Wrong. What I'm really curious about is, I saw a report the other day that's saying that the application for federal employees to be retiring out of certain government agencies on the rise. And then, of course, the people that we're going to retire out of the Border Patrol, the border agencies, their paperwork is coming back. There's more people wanting to go back to work the borders now. Organized crime by the government, it is. I dealt with them during Katrina. That was the complete nightmare, and a lot of my stuff was absolutely. They think they can just take whatever they want. Common sense and logic can be rare these days. I agree. That's why everybody should just... I was listening to a group of people the other day really mad about... And here's what's funny. Before the election, the exact same people were bitching and complaining about Biden. What's his name? Biden. About the government, about the Biden. And now and they all wanted Trump in the White House. Trump's in the White House. He's not quite, but you know what I mean. And now they're going, well, wait a minute. I think we're a little worried that Trump is, well, you voted for him, you know. So, you know, I'm sitting there listening to them going, well, but, you know, the new Bartazor seems to be, you know, this, and this person seems to be that, and that person seems to be this. And I'm like, well, you didn't like who it was before, and now you don't like who it's going to be, so maybe it's about you, you know, just work on you. I don't know. Pat says, right on. There's still truck trailers full flood water that have been sitting in Katrina. Nobody wants to open them up because they will smell bad. Yeah, I agree in the biologicals. Yep. They had the issue with all those trailers that had the, let me think of, Kiko may remember this, because Kiko was involved in this industry too. It wasn't formalin, formaldehyde. Remember, they had all of those trailers that were going to be donated that was built with formaldehyde in the glues, which is a poison, a caustic. And, you know, they had to destroy them. Thank you, FEMA. You know, all these FEMA trailers that were going to be given away. Just stupid. So I'm not a fan of FEMA. I'm just not. I'm not saying every state is honorable. I don't think governors can be trusted either. But I think governors can be held accountable a lot faster than the federal government. The state of Arkansas, if our governor, we have horrible disaster here, and she's sitting on her share of $1 billion, and she doesn't release that money, she's never going to get elected again. So, who's FEMA? You know, who's FEMA? So, Tarzan's, I don't know if it's true, but I read FEMA got lots of caskets ready to put the bodies in. Yeah, they have body bags. They have all of that stuff ready to go to ship out into places. Yeah, it's sad. I just don't like how it's done. But there's some government agencies now that are going to be targeted. I think it's funny that a lot of people are talking about, well, that it's time to get out of working for the federal government. But there's a lot of people saying, hey, I want to go back to work for the federal government. I want to go work for this Tom Homan guy, the border czar. And I think it's really funny. And I get it. There's a lot of saber rattling going on, and it's working. I don't know if you guys saw today, but the president of Mexico has reversed her stance and has stopped some of the caravans coming to the border. Because I guess she had a phone call with President Trump the other day, and it didn't go well for Mexico, is what's been reported all day today. And so she's not talking much about what was said, but apparently he said, look, if you don't do this, we're not doing business with you. So they have now reversed their stance, and they're going to get back involved in what's going on in their own country. Pat's asking, are you talking about FEMA camps on caskets? That, I don't know. I've seen it after Katrina, down in the Mississippi land, the Bayou land. So, Canada, I guess, whatever his name is, Trudeau, I guess he flew down to Mar-a-Lago over the weekend and had a meeting with Trump. And now Canada has a different attitude. They're going to put a whole lot more money and effort into stopping their southern border, our northern border. So they've come out today, Canada, and said, here's what we're doing to beef up the border between our two countries. Last week, they said we could give a shit. Apparently something's happening where they're starting to go, Well, what I was talking, now look, when it comes to FEMA, what I was talking about, FEMA has spent a lot of money on body bags and caskets, the cheap caskets, to put bodies in. And so they put a lot of their funds there versus putting their funds where it can be used. Now, some may think that's very practical, right? You're going to need body bags. I get it, but it's kind of a weird way to look at it. We're going to let the disaster happen. We're going to let the people die. Then we're going to go up and help them clean it up. And we'll give you some body bags to put the dead people in. You know, it's just kind of weird. I don't know. But I do like the fact that Tom, I think his name's Holman, Tom Holman, the new border czar, has, you guys have had to see this. It's really funny. And I think it's a lot of saber rattling is what I call it. But I like when he says, the mayor of Denver, Colorado, and I have one thing in common for sure. He's willing to go to jail, and I'm willing to put him in jail if he blocks what we're going to be doing. So, I mean, that's pretty funny, you know. Do I believe in the Illuminati? Yes, I do, but it's to what degree of Illuminati? What level of involvement are they in? Do I think they're as strong as today as they were maybe 300 years ago? No, I think it kind of goes in different flows and shapes and forms and strengths. Filipino Boy in the province says, hello, good morning, all of you fine and wonderful people over on the Philippine American Couple channel. Thank you all, thank you all, thank you all. We appreciate you, young Bai. Hope everything's going well in the Philippines for you. Thanksgiving is over in America, and we're all very, 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 very happy about it. Henry saying hello to you. Thank you for the thumbs up as you came in. So, do I think there's still a small group of Illuminati? Yes. Is the bigger question, do I think there's a powerful group of people behind the scenes managing the world? Yes. Do I think they're the Illuminati? No, I don't think they're in power, but I think they're there. Hey, bye. Diana says, hello, bye. Illuminati, diddy, the not is. People in me. Yeah, I do think there are people in charge, or people not in charge, who pulls the strings of the world. Yes, I do. Hey, Henry. Hey, Diana. I think the Catholic Church is way more powerful than they should be. And I'm not Catholic. And I'm not offended by the Catholic faith. That's not where I'm going. But I think the Vatican has a whole lot of power. More power than we know. Jose's in the house. Hello, hoes and tubers. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. Appreciate the thumbs up as you came in. It is scary. It is scary because we can't trust anything or anybody that we're told. We're only told what people want to use to manipulate us. They're not that powerful, hee. Yes, right on. L16, is that like the vertebrae 16? Your L16? Is that the vertebrae? But I think there's a lot of people very powerful. I think they all get together. I think there's a large group of people. Well, I actually take that back. I think there's a small group of people that get together and try to manipulate how things are done. Yes. The 16th, like. Tarzan, some people believe Rome became the Catholic Church. History. So I think the Catholic Church is powerful. I think the Mormon Church is powerful. I think churches are powerful, but they're not the all-powerful. I think the Catholic Church is powerful because they have the Vatican. And the Vatican has a lot of money. And they can tilt financial things away. And they got a lot of influence. But I think there's other people behind the scenes, because when you have that kind of money, that kind of power, all you got to do is get a handful of us together and we can shift markets. If we wanted to destroy Walmart, for instance, there's a group of people that could get together and manipulate the markets and take Walmart out. And Walmart's a global corporation, right? That's what I'm saying. If somebody got really, really pissed off at the NFL or another government, a smaller government, I'm just telling you. Hello, bye from Sanders. Vatican keeps a lot of knowledge from, they do. They keep a lot of knowledge hidden, which it's their knowledge. So I guess they have a right to it, right? Same thing with the Mormons and other religions. They like to keep things hidden because that keeps us ignorant and keeps us out of the power loop. But I will say this, all these powerful people behind the scenes, if you need an assistant, if you need somebody to help you controlling the world, I have some time on my hands. I am retired. I could dedicate my life to helping you manipulate the world. Just throwing that out there. I'm just saying, I do got the time in my day to help control the world. John says, old sister, old ladies could boycott Walmart. Yeah. Well, they could drive the Walmart share into the tank. They could dry up shipping lanes and markets, you know. Hey, I'm back. How was your day? My day was good. I slept in kind of late. Well, I woke up early, but I slept in late. John says, me too, I will follow David. Woohoo! I will be your leader of the world. I will be your representative to the world, okay? And that's everybody. Well, today's been pretty good. I woke up about 5 because my dog Daisy, who sleeps on the bed, she's the one with the heart failure, I realized she was gone. And so, missing. And so it freaked me out because I'm so paranoid she's going to die. And so I did get up this morning looking for her, and she was outside. And Lily went outside, but Lily came right back. So I was really worried about her. But she came back in eventually after about 20 minutes. And remember, it was cold. And lay down on the rug. So I got up and I came in here and laid on the furniture and got her. But she seems to be doing okay today. But I think I'm so paranoid my dog's going to die that, I'm going to be the one not getting sleep. Leader of the pack, that's me. Hey, Dizub from John. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope she gets better soon. Well, she has heart failure. She's not going to get better. But we do think the medicine that we have her on now is getting her pretty stabilized. I'm just paranoid because dogs have a tendency to die or walk away and hide when they die. And so I've got my evil eyeball on her everywhere because I don't want to find her curled up dead somewhere. But that's all right. It's just what we got to deal with. I just realized I'm the one who panics. Thinking, oh, shit, Is today the day? Would tomorrow be the day? But other than that, came in here and hung out with the dogs this morning, did some paperwork. Didn't do anything too exciting. Well, yeah, the more we live with her having heart failure, the less paranoid I am about her dying quickly. I do think there's a chance that if we keep her calm, that she could live another year or two. I do. And I think that would be best case scenario, to be honest. So she's doing better on the medicine. They are. It is great, Dee. It is great. I'm very happy about that, but I was a little paranoid, I gotta admit. Got a little paranoid. But we got her on the meds and doing all we can, and it really is all we can. So, Dia saying, hello, Dia, Tarzan. Tarzan of the jungle chasing Jane of the jungle. What country was Jane from? Does anybody know? Do you guys know your literature? Do you know your history? Anybody know which country Jane was from? You guys can have an autographed picture of me if you can guess right. So yeah, it's been a good day overall. I was telling them that I was telling everybody earlier that my wife is wanting to buy me a Christmas gift. And I don't want her to because I don't want to waste any money on this. Grounding supposed to help the blood flow circulation. Who am I fussing? Guessing starry. Listening here, doing my graduation course in writing. Nice. Tarzana. Who are you guessing? You're guessing about Jane. Tarzan and Jane, the chick in the Tarzan and Jane movies. Where is she from? What country is she from? And you're not correct, Kiko. Jose, subscribe to you, sub. Sorry, bye. New sub to you. Oh, Jose, bye. You got a new subscriber? Hey, Jose, did you ever subscribe to PA Outdoors? They're up in my chataways, but he's getting really close to 1,000. Can use all the subscribers he can get. So you check out their channel. But Lorelai was showing me this DJI 3 generation camera thing last night, and I told her no, it costs way too much money, and it does. And I don't know anything about them that much anyway. And so what I did today was I found something she could buy me for Christmas. We need some bottle openers because I can never find the freaking bottle openers for the beer bottles, and I can never find the one can opener we have. So I put in my little shopping cart for Christmas some bottle openers and a can opener. From America? No. No, Jane, the female in the Tarzan and Jane movies, was not from America. She was not. Come stop by. So we worked on that today. We worked on giving my wife something to buy me for Christmas that isn't going to break the bank. And that's really important to me. I told her she could also just buy me a good box of Christmas candy. But I am trying to figure out what I have to buy her for Christmas. If anybody has any good suggestions. Diana came up with one good one, but all of you guys failed the test. You failed miserably and horribly. Big John's right. Tarzan is right. Tarzan was from Jane was from England. England. That's correct. And Tarzan, in the spirit of Tarzan, because you know how Tarzan swung from one jungle tree to the other jungle tree without a shirt on, you're going to get an autographed picture of me without my shirt on. Yes, buddy. You are going to be famous for getting a picture of me. A fresh new beach house for Lorelai. Well, if I could get somebody to cough up a few $1,000,000, we would do that. And that's the best suggestion I've heard all night, Kiko. It's just not in the budget. So I got to find something more realistic for Lorelai. I can't do the Louis Vuitton purse. Yeah, I can't do one of those. Can I get one too? Sure, Dee, you can have a new beach house. We just got to find somebody who'll give us the money to buy one. I only need about $5 million to set myself up for life. And look, like I've told you guys, I don't want a beach house for myself. It is not for me, it's for my wife. The boats for her, the swimming pools for her, the jacuzzis for her, the big yard, the large garage with all the really cool cars in it. Every bit of that is for my wife, not for me. Just understand that. I am the most giving and loving husband there is because everything I do for her beach house is for her. Just telling you. So I had to find a couple things to put in the shopping cart so Lorelai has something to buy me for Christmas and put under the tree. That's what I had to do. So now I need to find something for her. You must be a great husband. I know, right? I'm always thinking of my wife. You know, I know how much my wife enjoys going fishing with me. So this summer, for our wedding anniversary, I got her a brand new rod and reel. I thought it was a great, great anniversary gift. You know? Yeah. I don't know why she didn't like it. I like it. I mean, it's perfect. It's one of the best ones out there. I spent a lot of time finding that rod and reel set to give her. You know, but she didn't want it, so I guess it goes to me. So that's what we're doing. That's what we worked on today. And I need to find a new tripod for my live streams like this that has ball bearings if that is smoother. You see how this is squeaky and jerky? I want to find one that rotates easier, smoother, like it has ball bearings in it. You have a Dodge pickup. What more could you ask for? There you go. See, and that's what I told her to be. And the honest truth is, Kiko, I really don't need anything. I really don't. Well, I have everything I want. Besides the beach house. You know. So I'm happy to buy her something that makes her happy, but I don't want her to waste our hard-earned money on me. I think it's a waste. Jose says, I will go check. Okay, go check. Great. Henry says, well, a new Dodge truck, Kiko, of course. Tarzan, I got my wife a Zebco 40 something fishing rod. Yeah, maybe a 404. Maybe you got her a Zebco 404. Yes, okay, Jose, thank you for checking on that. And thank you for subscribing to PA's Outdoor. I know he said he's about 40 away from 1,000 bananas. So he's getting really close. I'm only about, I don't know, a lot away from my goal of 4,000. I don't know what I have. I think I'm about 400 away. I need 450 more. Don't you think you need something? You've earned it? No, I really don't, to be honest. I don't think I've deserved anything. I really don't. I don't think I deserve anything. I think my wife deserves a lot for putting up with me. I know that's, what has happened with Tarzan and John, Kiko, that, their wives deserve a lot for putting up with them. But I don't think I deserve anything. And to be honest, I really don't want anything. I mean, there's a few things I'd like to have, like the beach house. There's an Omega watch that runs about $35,000 that I think is really cool, but no, I don't need anything. How about a week's vacation for Christmas? Well, I wouldn't mind doing a cruise, but my problem is I don't have a dog. Well, we do have dog sitters, kind of, but they need to fix their yard up a little bit. Lorelei right now is skittish about leaving the dogs, but we'd like to go on a cruise, so, but that's more of a, I don't know, but yeah, we'd like to go on vacation. If we could go on vacation and have the, because we normally do. Sometimes we take days off for Christmas. And we may go to Alabama or somewhere warm for a few days and take the dogs with us, like Cocoa Beach, Florida, and take our dogs with us. But the Airbnbs are so expensive during Christmas. And then to get one that's pet friendly is a nightmare. So it's really not in the budget. Even though, Henry, that's a good one. Sorry, just don't look at, it's all right, I understand. Don't look at how you messed them up, it's fine. Under the first one, I messed up the spelling on it. Don't worry about it, I get it. I mess up everything, and so it's not a big deal to mess things up. But yeah, I don't deserve anything. I don't need anything. I don't really want anything, except for, yeah, more fishing and going fishing. But Lorelei, my wife, does a good job, so she needs to have a nice Christmas. I just don't know what to get her yet. But yeah, we hope to go on a vacation next year, but we also hope to go live in Alabama next year. So I don't know how many of the things that we hope to do next year we get to do. So we got to prioritize your priorities for next year. Oh, I appreciate that, Dee. I really do. I appreciate the sentiment and the thoughts. But I think if you got to be rewarded for doing what should naturally come natural, then you're really not doing what comes naturally. And I don't want to be rewarded for just being a decent guy. I try to be just because I should be, not because there's a reward at stake. And I believe in that. I believe in that. Well, that's it. So, Tim, here's the deal. We're going to get the beach house. So I'm asking for $5 million. I'm going to turn around and pay for a $2 million house. I'm going to take the other $3 million, a half a million of that's going to furnish the house. The rest of the money is going to go into annuities that we can make 5 to 6% on, hopefully a year income, and that will be locked up for her life. So the beach house isn't going to cost $5 million. It's only going to cost $2 to $2.5 million. And we're going to take the rest of the money, invest it, and live on it. That's the goal. Okay. But you got a valid point. My biggest thing in my life, you guys all know, is making sure we are debt-free. So Lorelai has a house she can live in forever. Oh, that'd make her head swell. If I give her a note and say how much I love her, her head gets all big and gushy and, I'm just telling you. Sometimes we got to keep our wives in check a little bit. We can't make the women's heads get too big. So that's why I do a lot of grunting and grinding. Whatever. Come on now, hurry it up. You're slowing my day up. We ain't got all day waiting on you. Come on now. So you got to kind of keep the women folk in check a little bit. I am debt free, Tim says. Yes. We are debt free except for a house, this house. We have a mortgage on this house. We have a lot of equity, but we have a mortgage. Never put your money into nudies. The nudies. Trust me on that. The strip bars are a place not to go. So that's it. You guys want to? I'm going to tell you guys a funny. There's Lily. Lily has figured out the words I say when we get ready to wrap this up for an evening. Lily's the red one with the broken foot. Because she knows that when I stop doing what I'm doing, I'm trying to be careful about my words, that when I stop what I'm doing, that her and the other one, they get one of those payments. They get a T payment, if you know what a T payment is. They know that when I get done here, no matter what time it is, they usually get a small little T when I'm done. And so she thought she heard one of those words a minute ago, and she thought that's what it was. So now here she is. She's waiting on her payment. See, she's like, hurry up. I know that's what you were going to do, so just hurry up and do it so I can have my thing. Telling you, these dogs are smart. They know. They know what we're doing. They know what we're saying. They know what we're doing. They know what we're saying. See? She thinks I need to find her something to snack on. Can I help you? Can I help you? Is there something you want? I don't understand. What is it? Oh my God. And now she's going to go lay down next to the other one and shove her out of the way and get positioned so she can get off the couch the fastest. They are smart. I agree. Wish I puppied like that, brother. Yes. We love our dogs. We encourage everybody to have wiener dogs. I'll show them to you. See how my tripod squeaks? I hate that. Now they heard something barking outside, so they're debating. Yep, I encourage everybody to have puppies. What's your job? My job, D? I don't have a job. I'm unemployed. I make my wife go to work and earn all the money. I got married just so that my wife could support me. So that's what I do. I'm actually what they call a male gigolo. I don't know if you know what that is, but that's my job, is being a male gigolo. Well, I guess, are gigolos only males? John would know. Tarzan? Are gigolos only men? It is smart. Put your wife to work, earn the money, and stay home and watch the dogs. Tarzan says his job is to chase my wife around the house. That's right. I'm what Dennis calls arm candy for my wife. My job, just to look good. Getting jiggy with it. But are gigolos only men? Or, because I think that's what it is. Like, otherwise it's a hooker, right? Or a prostitute. Are men hookers? Can a man be a hooker? Or can a man only be a gigolo? Just a gigolo. Is a gigolo the same thing as a hooker? I don't know. Tarzan, get out of here, man. Paid entertainment. Pat says no. Just kidding from D. So yeah, but I wonder, have we ever thought about that? Can a man be a whore? Or is that only a female thing? Can a woman be a gigolo? I don't know. Pat says, man is not a hooker. All right. Well, I'm a hooker. I hook fish all the time. Ooh. Woman is? Okay. Tarzan's laughing at you, D. Females. What's the temperature outside? Kiko is asking. Tarzan. Paid escort. Yeah, well, Sanders is a Uber driver, is what he calls himself. He's an Uber driver in his family. Kiko, in my world, it's 32 degrees. What's the temperature in your world? Just a gigolo. I want to be just a gigolo. Wasn't that David Lee Roth from Van Halen? Henry says, it's the same thing. Well, I don't know. When I was a Chippendale dancer, it wasn't the same thing, you know. Watching from sunny Bakersfield, California. Well, but that doesn't tell them what the temperature is. It could be negative 25,000 degrees out and the sun could be out. Haven't you ever seen Snowpiercer, the movie? Pretty women, pretty woman. Yeah. Juice it says, Joseph, well, $5 is $5. You got that right. $5 is $5. Yeah, I charge more than that. I sell my feet pictures for $100 each. If anybody wants any, just let me know. Under 25 is your temp there. D, your number one fan. There you go. Says that they're my number one fan. Well, I appreciate that. At least I got one fan. And if it has to be you, D, well, I appreciate it. It's 236 and 4 Celsius outside. 2:30. Well, what part of the world are you in at 2:36 a.m.? Or 2:36 p.m.? You didn't say either. 4 Celsius, I would stay inside. I'm only 9. Chat, don't make fun of me, but I do believe in Santa. Well, I don't. D, it's okay to believe in Santa. That's not an issue. What's wrong with that? Now you're 12, so you got older in a heartbeat. That's all right. The Netherlands. Very nice. Hey, thinking of from the Netherlands. Do you guys eat fruitcake in the Netherlands? And if you don't know what that is, I'll try to explain it. I'm just curious if you guys have a version of fruitcake in the Netherlands. Well, that's too bad, D. I believe in Santa. I don't know why you wouldn't. I believe in it. Francesca says, hello, I'm sorry I'm late. You're not late. You just arrived to the party on time. If you're getting paid to mess around, then it's the same thing. HTN says, well, I don't know about that. D wants to go live in the Netherlands. All right. Well, you can do that if you put your mind to it. Hey, Francesca's from HTN. Because now I'm thinking about buying fruitcake on the internet. Might have to invest some time and energy. See if I can find fruitcake somewhere from another country. because I need to get another hat. I got to see something out of research. What are the main foods in the Philippines? They got a dish called lumpia, which is like an egg roll. They got a dish called pancit, which is like cabbage and noodles. And then they eat a lot of fish and pork. Oh yes, we do have fruitcake, and like it with real butter. I love fruitcake. I was telling everybody earlier that in America we don't get really good fruit, or I don't know where to get really good fruitcake. So balut is the duck egg that's been fermented. Wow. I like fruitcake. I need to get some fruitcake from somebody. D, I live in America currently. We're in America right now. Tarzan's in America. Henry's in HTN's in America. Tim's in the Philippines. Tim, enjoy Jeb being here. Thank you for being here. Can I introduce myself like so we would know each other better? Sure, I can do that. My name is David. I am 21-year-old Chippendale dancer from Long Beach, California. My likes are wiener dogs. My hobbies are fishing and skydiving. And I prefer to do open heart surgery on the weekends. Something like that. Is that kind of what you mean? D, I don't mean to get off track. I eat stinky fish with my 9-year-old son. I got to head out, take care of everybody, Henry says. See you later, Tim. Take care, Tim. I'm just an old American who taught college. Nothing special about me, D, at all. Nothing. You know, I'm in my 50s. I'm married, been married for 10 years. We got 2 dogs. I'm retired from teaching college. And I like to go fishing. You can have mine, JB, and mine, says Kiko. So you can have Kiko's and I's both. So he says, that's really good. Diana says, take care, everyone. Everyone is special to somebody. That's right, my friend. It is. Everybody is special to someone. And if you're not special to somebody, then you're missing out, right? Remember, I have a saying when it comes to dating, relationships, and all of that. The best thing to be is for you to be in a situation where the other partner, your partner, the one that likes you, thinks you're special to them. So a lot of men get this backwards. We keep looking for the girl that we think is perfect for us. We need to find the girl that thinks we are perfect for them, because then we get lucky. Tarzan says, I'm just an old man, never grew up, never grew old. Pat says, right on, brother. Right on. Preach it, brother. Say it like it is, brother. It's not a joke, it's the truth. John, we know that. Perfectly said. Oh, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. And if you're new to our channel, whoever's in the background, please subscribe to the channel. We appreciate that. That's right on. That's right, man. Sometimes I got good wisdom. Sometimes I can remember what those fortune cookies say, you know. I just translate it into my own words. We have the same taste? Good. That means you're a brilliant man like me, huh, Kiko? I know what Kiko's thinking back there. But I do believe it's true. Wisdom comes with age. I know. Well, because you got to remember, there's a theory out there. Hang on, something's wrong with my dealing. Something's wrong with my daily bop. Hang on. There's a theory out there that women get married when they fall in love. Men get married when we find the girl that is at the right time for us. So when we as men are ready to get married, the next girl that comes hopping along that fits the mold, boom, is it. I only dated one Filipina. She's my wife. She's been in US 10 years. And I like watching your videos and your lives. Thank you, D. Appreciate that. I am 12 from America. I have outdoor wildcats that just came to my house. Cool. Better be careful. And I'm a basketball team manager. And I play state soccer and competitive golf. And I like video games. Excellent. Now all you got to do is study hard, study hard, study hard. Make good grades. Tarzan says, my wife reminds me of my mama. She's always right. My wife is a good mother. I think your wife is a good mother. I think you're a good dad, so you guys are doing good. There we go. Get all caught up there. All right. Well, D, I appreciate everybody who watches my videos and all of that. So, we do. Well, it's 7:45. Hang on. It's 7:45 p.m. where we're at. So we're going to be on for about the next 15 minutes at the most. So we'll start winding this down and heading out for the night. Marriage is like a long road. If you argue over the directions, but if you find the right co-pilot, even getting close, even getting lost is fun. I would agree. You know, I tell my wife all that time, look, and because she's a horrible backseat driver. And you got to remember, my wife was a backseat driver 2 days being in America. She'd never driven a car in her life. She'd never been in America before. But 2 days after landing in America off of a plane from the Philippines, she was already telling me how to drive. But we got to leave here in a little bit, my friend. We appreciate you, though. And tonight we had a game and lost by 3 points. That sucks. But I tell my wife not to stress me out when we drive because, you know, due to my squishy brain syndrome, I have problems when I get under stress. So I tell her, look, just relax. If I miss the turn, it's okay. I'll find the right turn down the road. It'll be a journey. It's an adventure. So we don't always got to be so fixated on where we're going and how we're getting there. And that's what a marriage is. If you get so tightly wound on where you're going and how you're getting there, then it's not going to be fun, it's not going to be enjoyable, and it's going to be miserable. So the key is just to go with the flow. I tell her this all the time. Just let me go with the flow. I'll get there. I know, you know, we'll get there. Jose is telling you did a fantastic job breaking down marriage. Marriage is not something that you do. It is something we practice. It's like medical practice. We keep practicing marriage. Agree to disagree, which is hard for women to do. I'm sorry for all you ladies out there, but you will admit that it's very hard for women to agree to disagree. Like, nope, no, my way or the highway. I'm telling you, I know. Yes, I've never driven a car. I've been in America 2 days, but I'm telling you, I know what you need to do. What? Well, we're just going to have to No, I'm telling you, no, you don't know. So, the background of the water of the fish tank, that's my wife's fish tank. Life is game where the tutorial's too short. The bosses are unfair, and no one gets out with a high score. Well, that's right. You know, when none of us survived this, right? We all can't live forever. You got to just try to make the best of it, and do the best we can in life is what we got to do. Fish tank is so relaxing. Yeah, it's all right. I mean, you get used to them, to be honest. They're cool, but you get used to them, and they kind of just become there. You haven't seen the fish tank? Here. She's got a couple of fish still alive. And for some reason, she's grown a tater up at the top. That round thing up at the top there is a potato. There's a couple of the fish. She has an upside down fish in there too. There's the big head fish. Let me get this on. There we go. They're just fancy goldfish, and I think there's a Cosmus in there, which is an algae eater, and I think there's just some fancy goldfish. Other than that, I think there's only about 5 fish in there right now. So she's had more, but we've had the tank a while. They're about at the end of their life cycle. Fancy goldfish only last 2 to 3 years, and these are in their 3rd year. So it's called aquaponics. It is. When you try to grow vegetation in water, it is. What she's trying to do with that one potato, I do not know. But I don't know if I would consider that aquaponics. But I really don't know what she's doing with that. That one potato. There's no other vegetation growing in there. But you're right. Aquaponics, and there's hydroponics. There's a lot of ponics. We did a lot of that at the college when I was a young man. So, Shamu, a killer whale? Yeah, well, I would do a lot of things differently, but it's not my tank. And so I just let Lorelei do her thing, and that makes her happy. But if it works, right? I bet you ain't going to take the chance by telling her don't do it. Yeah, I get it, don't work. Whatever. And, of course, what we learn, after years and years and years of being alive and kicking, it doesn't really matter. It's one thing, that I've come to be proud of my knowledge in. It doesn't really matter who's right or wrong. It doesn't really matter what's what. It just doesn't really matter overall. You should just try to be happy in the process, and in the end, I will definitely tell her that. I'm going to save that right there, and I'm going to text it to her and tell her. I'm going to do it, D. I'm going to definitely do it. Yeah, one thing I will say I have a problem with. I'm going to tell you guys, I do have a problem with something when it comes to marriage and relationship. I don't like the saying that everybody says, happy wife, happy life. I don't like that. And on a serious note, because I'm hardly ever serious, I think if the only way for you to have a happy life is for your wife to be happy, you should get the hell out of that marriage. If the only way that there's going to be a happy life is for the wife to be happy, it's a bad, bad, bad day. You're right. I really am your number one fan, says D. Well, thank you for that. We appreciate that. You're right. We're just little fish in a big ocean when it comes to marriage. It is. Good night, Diana. Gotta go. Lots of love to y'all. Thank you for being here, Diana. We appreciate you. We're going to be winding this down in the next couple of minutes anyway, so you like that? That's right, Brother David. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Appreciate you all being here. My dogs are getting antsy because they know we're saying good night a lot, and they're starting to go, I get food, I get food. Is it true to live a happy marriage, an ugly wife, like the song? I don't know that one, Shane. I guess, Chingo, I don't know that one. I don't know that song. I've never heard of it, I guess. Kiko says, yep. I don't know that song. Oh, now you're going to pretend that no, you're not paying attention. See, Lily's irritated because she wants one of those treats. Have a great night, man. Thank you for that. I thank you for being here. Thank you for coming in. Please come back and join us. We tried to do live streams a whole bunch. So hit that alert bell if you haven't subscribed, or hit the alert bell anyway. So we appreciate that. Kiko says, yep, that's it. Well, gonna go have a great rest of the night. Hope you all, dogs say great. Thank you. Chigingo, appreciate you. Good night. Old song, old school song. Tarzan's, I choose the wife that comes from a poor family. You can't teach a woman to live poor. You got that right. You can't teach a rich woman to live poor. New sub, thank you, Chingo. We appreciate you. I hope you come back so that we can visit more. I do live streams in the evenings a lot. Sometimes early, sometimes later. This one just happened to be kind of early. But a lot of times we'll be later and earlier. Just hit the alert bell so you know you'll get the notifications. That's right, I said the magic word treat, and she's in the kitchen waiting. She's over in the kitchen by the refrigerator going, I'm over here, hello, you know. Weston is back and says, hello, host. So I hope, Weston, I gotta go, it's time for me to leave, but come back tomorrow, and we'll be on a little bit later tomorrow night. So now she's gonna go outside and pee. Maybe not. Who knows what she's doing. All right, all my friends, we appreciate all the love, the respect. And if anybody needs any, please let us know. Take care. And we will see everybody tomorrow.